Today, Russia is no longer just targeting cities, but it now has human targets, according to Ukraine. And at the top of the list of potential human targets is Volodymyr Zelensky himself. If we look at it, it does make sense. Zelensky has emerged as the war's hero. He is rousing the community, motivating his soldiers, and addressing foreign legislatures. He is all over the news, on newspapers or digital news, foreign or local you call it. He has become the face of Ukraine's resistance against Russia. Zelensky himself admitted that the second the enemy decides to take him out of the picture, the entire system may collapse. He further stated that based on the information they have on the 25th of February, day 2 of Russia's invasion, his adversary has selected him as target number 1 and his family as target number 2. This plot aims to politically devastate Ukraine by annihilating its head of state. Such reports have been circulating for quite some time. Reports of shadow assassins near Kiev, death squads surrounding the presidential palace. All of this seemed conspicuous. Take, for example, this report. It is stated that Zelensky survived 3 assassination attempts in a span of 1 week. That's 3 attempts in just 7 days. Now we may ask, how on earth was he able to survive that? According to him, it was thanks to anti-war Russian spies. Ukraine asserts this, that there are indeed Russian officials that oppose Putin's war and that they are the ones responsible for sending warnings to Ukraine. However, another assassination team is presently being formed and being sent to Kiev. They are the Wagner Group. But what exactly is the Wagner Group? To give you some background, officially, the Wagner Group does not even exist at all. There are no records of them or their existence. There is no confirmation or proof of any of their activity. But unofficially, the Wagner Group performs all of Kremlin's dirty work. It was founded in early 2014 and is led by a guy named Dmitry Akin, who has served in both the Chechen and Donbass wars. Why did Akin form this group? Most likely the Kremlin directed him to do so, which takes us to the guy funding these mercenaries, Yevgeny Prigozhin. Prigozhin is a Russian oligarch linked to the Kremlin. Putin's chief, that's what they call him now. Officially, Russia denies all of these stories. Prigozhin claims he has nothing to do with the mercenaries, that the blood trail is irrefutable. Wagner fighters have appeared in several combat zones since 2014. They've appeared in Syria, Mozambique, Mali, Sudan, and now Ukraine. Why does Russia use these clandestine killers in order to maintain plausible deniability? Russia is bound by the Geneva Convention and the norms of war. However, the Wagner Group is not, since they theoretically do not exist. Therefore, these mercenaries may do what Russia officially cannot. They can kill people, assault non-military objectives, and even assassinate heads of state. Ukraine claims that all of this is already happening. They claim that thousands of Wagner mercenaries have been deployed in Ukraine. A new group is reportedly heading to Kiev with the mission of assassinating President Zelensky. According to Ukraine's intelligence agency, another group of militants linked to Yevgeny Prigozhin began arriving in Ukraine recently. The primary mission of these criminals is to eliminate Ukraine's top military and political leaders. The hit list includes top names: President Volodymyr Zelensky himself, Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal, and Andriy Yermak, Zelensky's chief advisor. If this is accurate, Russia's goal is fairly apparent: decapitate Ukraine's leadership with the expectation that the system collapses and have Zelensky take all the blame. A major risk indeed, and consequently, it has the potential to backfire upon Russia. How so? If they kill Zelensky, he becomes a martyr, an even greater hero in Ukraine. Will this harm public morale, or will it ignite the people's drive to defend their country? To be honest, it's 50-50. Zelensky has become the figure of Ukraine's resistance. His death might further motivate the country, not to mention the worldwide reaction. It would be difficult to rationalize assassinating the president, a significant risk that even countries like China would find it hard to ratify. Nonetheless, Putin is unquestionably capable of it. However, that appears to be a reach at the moment. As a matter of fact, he is worth more to Russia alive than dead. It will bear more legitimacy if Zelensky agrees to a peace treaty and signs off on a surrender. Other situations might result in a military nightmare, change of regime, or assassinations here and there. There will be political pushbacks and military insurgencies, which Putin is keen to avoid. Plus, if Zelensky is assassinated, Ukraine has a contingency plan in place. We don't know who will succeed him, but we're told that there is a plan. So the chances of the entire Ukrainian system crumbling down behind him are quite low. Which brings us to the apparent question. Where are all these assassination reports coming from? Well, it could be mere Ukrainian propaganda, sort of like pulling two weeds with one yank. Russia is being discredited while Zelensky gains more worldwide sympathy. And Vladimir Putin is aware of all of this, including the political consequences and military fallout. So conventional thinking suggests he will not attempt an assassination. But knowing Putin, conventional isn't exactly his way. So right now it's a waiting game. To get more updates and news about the leaders of the world, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We produce contents almost every day. So if you're looking for a place to gain more knowledge of what the leaders of different countries around the world are doing and what the heck is going on in their minds right now, you're in the right place. Thanks for watching and see you next time.